Alright, good evening, good morning, good afternoon everyone. My name is Schi and we are back for the Kaavi League Week 1 Hanchan 2. So I'm just gonna bring everything back up because I'm like... I wonder if you all know, but I am on 3 hours of sleep right now and I'm like... I'm half functional right now. But I will still try my best to cover the event to the best of my abilities. So I'm just gonna do something real quick. Just gonna sum up what happened in Hanchan 1 for those who did not manage to catch up first broadcast. So here is the rooster, and here is what happened in Hanchan 1. Just gonna do it like this. Okay. So for the first Hanchan, Agent managed to seize the victory for Kitaura Gaming with slightly under 36,000 points, followed by Aya for Origami Mio, who got second place. Then Shaft3d, who will also be playing this second Hanchan again for Invincible Ichihime, who took third, and finally Sparrowhawk for Shaft3d, who unfortunately got last. So that's it for summing up what happened in Hanchan 1. For Hanchan 2, we will have Shaft3d then playing again for Invincible Ichihime. Then Mana playing for Kitaura Gaming, then Schi playing for Origami Mio, and Aliuqa playing for Shaft3d. Good evening, Moko. Good to see you here. Thank you for the follow. Thanks so much for the photo. Hello GH, hope you're doing fine as well. Okay, the room has been created. I'm gonna send it via DMs to everyone. Well, not everyone, but every player at least. So we will have Mana and Schi. So room and here we go. Alright, I'm just gonna check. Oh, hang on. I forgot to do something really important. quick. Okay, perfect. Now we're fine. Yeah, I just realized I didn't have any player as a friend. Now I do. Oh, hello U5. Boy, am I streaming at 3 AM because Kaavi. Nice. Is that the audio clip that plays when followed? That's great. Yep, it is. It's from Shinjanki. Hello, by the way, Cecilia. Oh, so Cecilia did end up waking up on time for Kaavi League after all. Okay, so whenever you guys are ready, you can launch the game. I think because Aliuqa quitted the room and then joined back, it will have to be someone else. Like someone else is gonna be the host. So you have my green light to launch whenever you guys are all ready. And it has started apparently. So it will take some time for the game to properly load up. But we can simply wait in the meantime. Also, just let me know, guys, if there is anything wrong with the microphone, because I've been trying to twitch the settings up a little bit so that there is less background noise, or that it's reduced, without actually going software. It's just on the, like, it's just hardware settings for now. Like, the microphone itself has a fair amount of settings that I've been trying to like, to modify or to twitch to get a better, well, a better experience for you guys, of course. But I haven't gone as far as trying to actually like record myself talking, then get back into it and listen to my voice and so on. So for now, I'm just relying on you guys to to send me some feedback. Sorry. Yep, countdown time. Still 4 minutes to go, but the players have already begun their match. So best of luck to everyone. Also, I've tried to take a notebook somewhere to actually write down notes regarding what's gonna happen in the game, to have some material to ask questions to players after that, for at least to whoever wants to get interviewed. Of course, it's not mandatory, but
Buenas noches.
Oh, I haven't seen you joined me, Sentry. Good evening to you. Buenas noches to you.
I think it has some echo, the stream.
Oh, is there? Hang on.
Yeah, there's a little echo every time I speak because like I think you have opened the Discord voice.
So like you hear yourself talking, right?
Yeah, and then I hear it twice.
That's weird. I'm gonna try to do something about it, but I have no idea how to fix that. Hang on. Try to talk again, please.
Hello?
Nothing is showing up on my Discord. Like
I think
Samba.
it's working. It's working. It's working now.
Okay. Okay, 5 seconds before we finally get to watch what's happening. And so it begins. Oh, hang on, I'm gonna fix that right away. Gonna reduce the background music. Okay, so it begins. I'm gonna show everyone's hands. As always, I'm gonna turn to first Oya, who is gonna be Shaft3d for this Hanchan, followed by Mana as south, Aliuqa as west, and Schi as north. So we already have quite a few interesting things. Mana already Hanchan, bien Hanchan for Tayo for Schi. And Aliuqa and Shaft for now have the slowest hands. But Aliuqa has a pair of Yakus, so perhaps there is something to be done here. So I brought the music a bit lower as well as the Discord, like the desktop audio a bit higher, so you should be able to hear Sentry much better than before.
So this time my bets are for Mana or Shaft.
I'm personally looking forward to Aliuqa's victory. But I guess it's kinda biased. But I'm really interested in seeing how Shaft is gonna play this Hanchan after having a first experience in the first Hanchan earlier today. Sanshoku's blessing on this wonderful Mana. Might be a bit far, but maybe there's a 4, 5, 6 Sanshoku in like preparation here. That's what we hope anyway. Perhaps Mana is looking forward to a Sanmentan by drawing the 7 mana, and here it is! And that's Sanmentan. Dichi no Mi, but 369 Manzu wait. Definitely a decisive first hand. And Ipatsumo! Very nice! Here's Mana drawing first blood. And no Ura.
There goes Mana with the Ipatsumo. Very lucky, very lucky.
Very nice. Mana took upon themselves to pursue
You know,
agents.
this Yuzu emote is perfect for the moment. The one of blessing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The emote gaming is real in this league, that's for sure. And so this sumo 1000 2000s allows Mana to take a 5000 lead over the other players. Emote gaming is Halberton, very well noticed hand. Very right. I definitely agree that it's pretty much half of the meta in Metal Soul. Like tile efficiency is okay, but emote gaming, this is where shit gets real. Okay, so Mana has called the Pont of Chun with one Dora, perhaps looking forward to a quick Denshan as Oya, but the hand is quite slow. There may be perhaps a very far away possibility of Honitsu, but with two floaters in Pinzu and Manzu, it's gonna be tough to actually commit to Honitsu. As for Aliuqa, maybe there is a 1-2-3 Sanchoku in preparation, but it will have it will require to drop the red 5 of Sozu, so maybe not. As for Schi, he has drawn second Dora actually. Maybe a 6-7-8 Sanchoku might be possible, or not. He's dropped another 8 of Pinzu. Maybe he has other plans for this hand. And Shaft has for now, I think, the easiest hand, most straightforward one to get to Tenpai, although Aliuqa has gone up to Ishanten now. He's Chitoi Gaming. Yeah, but he did drop a pair of 8.
I believe Shaft should drop a pair.
Yep, I do agree with that too. Although if he really wants to go for a Taiyao, he perhaps could try to look for 7-8 pin drop. But if he draws anything that completes a run, he will have to drop a pair. For now, he keeps 6 blocks, probably to leave open the possibility to, yep, pair up or draw another Anko like that. He decided against tossing the overlapping 4-5 and 7-8 diamond shapes and dropped the 6-man instead. Still Ishanten. Mana has taken the 6-man for themselves to get a Schi. Now the Enchanted, but with
Mana
two
is trying to block Shaft.
Yep. But Shaft also Ishanten for Itsu possibly, and we have Schi Ishanten for Dora-san. Maybe Ipeko by drawing the 7-so or Sanko by drawing anything else. And that's a Schi. Securing Taio. Shaft is Tenpai for 3-6 of Pinzu with just Taio no Mi. Tenpai as well for Mana. But it will require them to drop the red 5 of Pinzu, which he does. Waiting on 2 pin and 8-so. 8-so is Mochi Mochi with Schi, and 2 pin, there is only... Nope, there is no 2 pin left in the wall. It will have to come out of Shaft or Aliuqa's hand, but it's quite unlikely, I believe. Aliuqa Tenpai as well. Waiting
Mana
on
doesn't know that hand.
Waiting on Hanchan of 6 so for Aliuqa. Dichi Dora Dora. How many 6 are left in the wall? One, only one. Still, it's one more than Mana. No, Ishanten still. Was about to say Tenpai for Schi, but no, it's still Ishanten. Now it is Tenpai, but it will require him to drop the 4-man, which is a Dora, against Richi, which he does. Waiting on 6-so and 8-so, so the same weight as both Mana and Aliuqa. Very, very interesting. And there is only one 6-so left in the wall. It could either end in double wrong, which is allowed in this league, or end with one player getting a sumo by drawing the final 6-so. 3-so. Nope, she decides to defend and breaks his Tenpai. Shaft couldn't win either. Still keeps Tempai, but it's 3-10, and no Haite for Aliuqa. 3-way Tempai with Shaft, Mana, and Aliuqa being Tempai. Schi being the only one no 10 has to pay 3,000 points. Mana gets a Hanchan. A fairly interesting starting hand. Quite flat with lots of runs. Probably Pinfu will be easy to get here. Aliuqa also quite quick hand with already Hanchan with a fairly probable Pinfu as well. She has a rather slow hand, but might be looking forward to a Chanta Sanchoku 7, 8, 9 perhaps. And Shaft has drawn, well, actually called Chun. Started with a pair of Chun, called already with Chun Dora Dora Dianshanten. Mana has 3 Dora as Oya. This is gonna be probably the most dangerous hand at the table, most likely. Yep, emoji gaming, definitely real. This is part of the meta, guys. If you do not play with emoji, you're missing
At this point,
out.
Mana has no choice but to push.
Yep,
A
absolutely.
hand can define the match.
Absolutely. Mana has to take upon himself to pursue Agent's legacy by getting another first place and increasing their team's score even further. And actually, Shanten for Pinfu, at least Dora Dora for now. Shanten as well.
I believe Mana can drop the non-Aka 5.
Yep. Which he does now. Very well spotted.
Yeah, and either it goes.
Yep. And now he's Shanten for Pinfu Dora Dora with 2 diamond weights. So Pinfu is guaranteed for now 4 weights to get Tempai and 1 fairly safe tile for later on. So very nicely done by Mana. Okay, Liankan, Lianmen,
For the other players, the Dora discard is like a signal of danger.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. It's not something you usually see from the Oya so early in the Hanchan, I believe. So it has to come with something that's happening. Like, doesn't come for no reason. And yes, it is no tips. Yep, Shanten her for Mana. And finally Tempai. Is this Dichi or Dama? That's Dichi. Guaranteed 11,600 point hand with Dichi Pinfu Dora Dora waiting on 4 and 7 of Pinzu. So there are 1 4 pin and all 4 7 pin left in the wall. So 5 left in the wall in total, which is insane. Insanely good odds. Oh, the final 4 pin has been drawn by Shaft, who is defending. So only the 7 pins are remaining for Mana. Still all 4 of them though. Okay, everyone is defending very wisely. It's gonna be tough to drop the tone for both Shaft and Schi. Dropping the Dabuton against an Oyari is gonna be very, very difficult. And now the tone is safe actually. But it's much too late for that. Only 2 draws left for Mana, who still hasn't drawn a single 7 pin. All 4 of them are still left in the wall. That's insane. Is there gonna be a Haite? There it is! Haite Tsumo for Mana. That's insane. Dichi Tsumo Pinfu.
No
Haite,
way!
Dora Dora.
No way!
That's 6,100 from each.
Mana has used all the luck in the world to get this hand done.
No, but really, this is insane. All 4 7 pin left in the wall until the Haite. That's very, like, That's never happening, right? Yeah, 3 7-pin in the dead wall, and the final 7-pin was the freaking Haite of all things. Insane start for Mana.
Well, if I was a player in the Mana's team, I would be scared because the flow will go away.
Absolutely, yeah, you would be worried about not having any luck left for the rest of the players and for the rest of the league. Yeah, I'm not gonna switch for dealer because I do not want to like mess everything up. I've been trying to do that in other leagues, and from my own perspective, even as a commentator, it's already messing me up, like, because I have like already saved in my mind that she's gonna be on my left, Aliuqa in front, Mana on my right, and Shaft is gonna be the point of view, kinda. So I don't want to like switch everything. So if someone goes up, for example, yeah, in my experience, it's just something that I don't really feel it's necessary or gives much. Like, it doesn't give much. It would be useful if I were like hiding all hands, but I want to still lay them out for everyone to see. So another enchant for Mana, who is currently the Enchanten with 3 pairs and 1 uncle, quite a heavy hand, but maybe looking forward to Chitoi or San or something like that. Maybe Tayo might be possible too. Tenpai for Schi, by the way. Hesitating between Shampoo or Penchan. With 2 Dora, that's probably Dichi. And 3 is Pen Sanzo Machi.
I would call the Shampoo.
Yeah, Shampoo is fine because you're waiting on a guest wind, but there is only 1 left, so I kinda... Oh, Ipatsumo! Very nice wall read for Schi. That's insane.
Another Ipatsumo, I mean, this game is nuts. This game is nuts.
So this far we've gotten Ipatsumo, Haitetsumo, and Ipatsumo. And that's a Heinemann again. 3,200, 6,200. She takes 2nd place and reduces the gap between him and 1st place.
Well, as Spaghetti Boy says, the only good weight is the one that wins.
Absolutely. So long as whatever you do works, you don't have to worry about anything else. Just be happy with that. Aliuqa starts with 4 Dora as Oya, but with a very heavy shape. That's gonna be tough to make it work. I'm really hoping he makes it work. He makes it work nevertheless, because I'm kinda biased, but let's see how he does. Regarding Schi, he already has 2 runs and 1 pair, so a fairly flat hand. Fairly light to make progress. Also pretty much the same for Shaft, who has a 3-4-4-5 shape, who makes possible to use both the Dora 3-man and the red 5 of Manzu. Well, the rest of the hand is pretty so. We'll go and see how it evolves from there onwards. As for Mana, it's not as great as the previous rounds, but still the Enchanted nevertheless. It shall Chitoi always. When in doubt, you always go for Chitoi. Although Chitoi from 2 pairs. Okay, Enchanted for Schi, who also has a pair of Yaku, so he can open his hand to go for a quicker hand. Decides to drop the pair of 9-pin, which, okay, it's a fair choice because, well, there's already 1 out, and you kind of want to call the Haku anyway. Third pair for Aliuqa. Sanshoku Gamer, that's what it is. Also, Enchanted for Shaft, who has a very interesting shape that could allow him to get a nice 3-sided weight by drawing the 8-pin. Unco draw for Aliuqa, who goes up to the Enchanted. I guess there's nothing better than... Oh, he dropped the red 5 of Sozu, and she drew the final Haku and is now Tenpai for 3-6. So Dichi it is. Dichi Haku 2600 is guaranteed.
He has to Richie, of course, to catch up mana, but
Is this gonna be another Ipatsumo? Nope, wrong 6. But still 7 tiles left in the wall, that's insane. Those Dichi are way too powerful, guys. Oh, okay, only 6 tiles now because mana has drawn one of the 3, so... Tenpai as well for Shaft, and that's Oikake Reach. Reach Tanyao Dora Dora guaranteed Mangan waiting on Hanchan 6-pin.
That's a very brave Richie.
That's a very brave Richie.
A very brave one, I think Shaft
1
deserves to win.
against 6, or no, 5, sorry. No, wait, hang on, it's still 6 tiles remaining for Schi, right? Like 1, 2, yep, it's 6 remaining. So 6 against 1. No, 0 actually. Aliuqa has drawn the final 6-pin, so it's 6 against 0. 5 against 0 is Aliuqa pushing here. Sanzo is gonna winning against Schi. Nope, that's defense for and
Whoa,
ended up
what a
drawing the
good
final.
fall though.
Okay.
No way, no way!
Dichi Haku Ura for 5200. Yep, it was a good fold for Aliuqa, who managed to very narrowly avoid Schi's winning tile, in spite of having a very strong hand himself. Schi slowly gets closer to mana. Still about 13,000 points to go. 13,000? Sorry. 10,000 points, sorry about that. Okay, East for final East round. Schi's first deal turn. And he has the Hatsu Anko in his hand. Already 2 Shanten, Dian Shanten. Shaft might be looking forward to Pinfu, either Tanyo Pinfu or perhaps Itsu, but he has no other pair than his 2 and 5 pin, so it's gonna be tough. E Shanten for Aliuqa already, who has a 3-sided weight as well as 2 pairs and a Kanchan. He decides to drop one of his 2 pairs, which I think is also what I would have done. It's the only way to get E Shanten for Pinfu anyway. E Shanten as well for Schi, as well as for Shaft. Very quick hands. Mana for now has the slowest hand of them all, but it is subject to change. And Tenpai for Shaft. That's an instant Dichi with no ounce of hesitation whatsoever. Mentan pin, 5-8 man, Tenpai. 5 and 8, still 4 remaining in the wall, 1 5 man and 3 8 man. No 5 man left, no Ipatsumo.
Shaft really deserves to win a hand after all he's been through.
Absolutely, yeah. It's his second Hanchan, and yet he's been so tough to him. Another 8 man has gone to Schi's hand. What is he gonna do as Oya? He decides to drop his Hatsu Anko. Still 2 8 man remaining for Shaft in the wall. Aliuqa Ishanten with Yankan and Samenchan. Another 8 man, that's 3 consecutive winning tiles that have gone to Schi, that's insane. Only 1 8 man left in the wall for Shaft to draw. 7, very close but not quite. Wow, that's a Dora. Okay, it wasn't Dora push because it was already safe, never mind. Red 5 so for Aliuqa. What is going to be his choice? He's folding. Okay. Now would not be the time to deal into last place Schi, of course.
I mean, this game can be so evil sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, you really do not want to deal into last place Schi when you're in third. You might want to just wait it out, and the final 8 man has gone to mana, so there is no winning tile, no high tape for Shaft, unfortunately. And this is Ryukyoku. It's a draw. Only one Tenpai for Shaft, so he still gets to grab 2000 points, but it's gonna be insufficient to catch up to both Schi and mana, unfortunately. Still, South won final Diluter, final chance for Shaft to make a huge comeback and retaliate. That's a fairly okay hand. 3 Shantae with a flat shape, a 2-3-4 Sanshoku might be possible. Taiyo Pinfu do not look too difficult either. So, good feeling. However, it will have to be on par with Schi's speed, who is already E Shantae as of turn 1. It's a headless E Shantae with a Ryankan and a Lonesome Dora, which is a Q pin, 9 pin. He decides against keeping the Arya Man 2-5 so and toss it in favor of keeping the Dora instead. Okay, now it's kind of backfiring on him, but he can drop the other 2 so to not reveal more intel to his opponents, which he does. Yep, it's just 15 and 5 for the Uma, no Oka, and yep, that's basically the same as Mahjong Soul Ranked. Interesting choice for mana to drop the 4-man here. Oh, that's a Tenpai. Haven't even noticed, but it's a Sanshoku Dora San Tenpai for Schi, with a guaranteed Mangan and perhaps even Hanema in case of Tsumo. Schi opts for Dama, and that's Tsumo! Wow. That was a finals 4-pin as well, that's insane. 3000, 6000, and now Schi has taken the lead back. For himself. Dama Panitsumo for Schi. Very, very, very well done.
This game has been a roller coaster, like, no way.
Yeah, and Shaft is now looking very, very sad with his final deal turn, requiring him to pay 6,000 points with the Oya penalty, and he's still in dead last. No deal turn left to make a comeback, but he's not too far from Aliuqa, so he has a decent chance to at least make it out of last. Mana already Ishanten with Diankan and Hanchan for Tanyao Ipe, very quick hand as well. The other 3 will likely have a very tough time to compete against Mana speed. Although Shaft also not too far from Itsu. But for now it's nowhere near Mana speed right now. 3-hand sumo, yeah.
Oh, if I recall correctly, I think Aliuqa hasn't gotten nor wrong nor Adilin. Or
Yeah.
am I wrong?
Basically, Aliuqa is on spectator mode today. And that's a complete Itsu.
Yeah, we're
for
watching a
Shaft.
sudden destruction of Shaft.
Yeah. Okay, he's basically just like waiting for the game to unfold. Or perhaps he's just waiting for his final deal turn for a chance to arise. And now Shaft has a very promising shape. It's basically a Kutsuki Ishanten for guaranteed Itsu. That's a very, very nice shape. Aliuqa also with a promising shape, double non-pair, and 6-7-8 Sanchoku might be possible, but he will have to pick between his Sun Hanchan 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, waiting on 3, 6, 9, and the double non-pair. Or he could just toss Sanchoku altogether, but that's to be seen because he would be 3-10. Oh, he drew the 9 so back. Maybe he will keep it this time. Yep, decides to drop the 6 pin first. Probably hoping to draw or call the Dabunan, and he does. And now he's Tenpai for a 6-9 of Manzu, Dabunan Dora 3900s, and Tenpai as well for Shaft, who doesn't have Itsu anymore. It's a Sun Hanchan with Dich Pinfu, but it's not Itsu because of the shape of the hand. Still waiting on 258 of Pinzu. Very nice weight as well. So it's 258 of Pinzu.
Ipatsumo for Shaft, give him 5-2.
That's sumo for Aliuqa.
Oh man. No way.
Dabunan Dora 1000, 2000s, grabbing Shaft's Debo on top of that. Very tough game for Shaft, who is edging closer and closer to busting out. And in this league, there is bust.
I mean, what is Shaft thinking right now? Like, no can do. What can I do?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There is not much to be done except hoping for a chance to arise, but by the look of this hand, it's not gonna happen this round either. Although the other 3 players don't have such promising hands either, so maybe there's something to be done. It's still too early, it's not over, it's never over till it's over. And Aliuqa has finally gotten out of Yakitori after a very long first half, or maybe a bit more, of the game. Now entering South 3, and his final diddle turn, final chance to score huge wins as Oya. Hakupon for mana, however, who has probably the quickest hand of the 4. Already the Enchanted for Hakudora. It's not gonna be enough to catch up to Schi, but it might be enough to leave Shaft alive and enter Orasu while being slightly closer to Schi. Now Enchanted for mana. Indeed, Aliuqa will have.
At this point, Aliuqa has to do any Richie, any weight to keep the dealer.
Yep. Unfortunately, if Shaft goes below 0 game ends, and Aliuqa will be stuck in 3rd, so he has to be very careful with how he envisions his wins. It's gonna be very delicate to try and make it out of 3rd. But he's Oya, so anything's possible still. 1, 2, 3 Sanchoku might be possible, but nope. He doesn't see it, and it would be 3-10 because he dropped the 2 so as of turn 1. That's the choice for mana. Which one will it be? Nope, he decides against dropping the 6 mana and drops the 6 so instead. U5 suddenly singing the Saki ending 1 out of nowhere. But I'm not gonna sing it out loud. I will have to remain I will have to remain professional right now. Tough break for Aliuqa, who ended up drawing back the 2-so, but it's too late. He tossed the 1-3 Hanchan weight. Still no one Tempai as of turn 12. The second Dora draw for Mana, who is still Ishanten. Ishanten as well for Shaft. Aliuqa is likely folding now, or trying to find other ways to build something out of his hand. And Dichi for Shaft. That's Dichi Nomi waiting on Dora, and there are actually 2 Dora remaining in the wall. I don't know what's happening today with the 7-pin being...
If Shaft call Richie, that means someone will sumo soon. That's the rules.
Yeah, that's the rule apparently. But he could sumo still. He could be the one to sumo. He has to be the one to break the curse by himself. And if he does get that sumo, it will actually be a good thing, because Aliuqa in 3rd place, so his main contender for last place, will be hit by the deal penalty. So just 1 Ura would be nearly sufficient. Let me check. Yeah, it will be nearly sufficient for Shaft to get out of last. Not quite, but it's probably his best bet. Also Tempai for Mana, who keeps 4-7 of Manzu to wait on Haku Dora Dora. Final draw for Shaft. 4-so. And no Haite for Mana. So that's a 2-way Tempai for Mana and Shaft. Both receiving 1500 points from the other 2 players. But it's not gonna change much regarding standings. It's just gonna bring Mana a bit closer to first. And we enter Orasu with Schi being the final Oya. So this is the real all last. There won't be any Hanchan.
Yeah, Aliuqa's fighting for not getting 4th, and Schi and Mana playing for 1st, so 2 different realities between the 4 players right now.
Yep, absolutely. That's 2 duels basically unfolding in front of us. Schi doing his best to get the quicker hand to end the game as soon as possible. Mana trying his best to get this nice Sha Dora Dora win, which by I think of anyone, because of the 1300 points that are on the table, it will be enough to actually get up to first by a mere 200 point margin. So that's very good news for Mana, who has what it takes, who has a sufficient score to make a comeback. As for Shaft, it's gonna be tough, but he's already in a Kutsuki Ishanten, which with a Mangan Sumo will be enough, actually, with the same thing, the 1300 points on the table, helpful to him as well. So Dich, Sumo Pinfu, Dora, and 1 Ura or Ipatsu could be enough for Shaft to actually get out of last. As for Aliuqa, it's gonna be tough to catch up to second or first, but he's in the Enchanted with a fairly good shape as well. Enchanted for Mana. Yep, Mana has to go on full attack mode here. Enchanted for Aliuqa as well. That's the choice. 2 Dian Men, 2 pairs. Which one will he drop? He drops one of the 2 Dian Men. Keeps 7-8 to wait on 6 and 9. And Tempai for Shaft. That's the final chance. Dichi for Shaft. Waiting on 1-4 of Sozu for Dich, Pifu, Aka. And Tempai as well for Mana. Waiting on Nakabukure 6.
Mana has to push at all costs.
Ipatsumo for Shaft! He gets out of last! That's insane!
Ipatsumo for Shaft! Ipatsumo for Shaft!
That's the third Ipatsumo of the game! Dichitsumo Pet Spinfu, Aka, and no Ura, but that's barely enough to get out of last. 2,100, 4,100.
Finally, the game has given Shaft something.
And with a 200 point margin, Shaft
No
is third.
way! Clutch! Clutch!
That's
Clutch
an
Shaft.
insane all last. And that's game. So Schi takes first place. I'm just gonna bring the team back up again. So Schi playing for Origami Mio takes first. Mana playing for Kitaura Gaming takes second place. So just a reminder that the 2 teams got already top 2 in the previous Hanchan, so they're with quite a large lead right now. In third, we have Shaft, who took the third place of today because he already played the first Hanchan and got third as well. And Aliuqa takes last, which is gonna be bad news for Hanchan, who starts off with 2 consecutive last places in a row. And so there we have it. So I do have a few questions, but I will just invite whoever wants to join the commentary to join the Cheaterish. No, wait, the Kaavi's confessional on the server. Do you have any questions, by the way, Sentry?
No. Actually, no.
Okay,
I've seen like lack of full costs, and I don't think there's an answer for that.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'm gonna join the Kaavi confessional right away. Thank you so much for the commentary, Sentry, and good night to you. Good evening, Schi. Congrats on your victory. So tell me if the sound is going all right. Can you hear me properly?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Just gonna lower the music a little bit now. Just gonna check if we can hear you. It's true. So I'm gonna just do it like this. Okay. So, I'm just gonna bring the logs back in. So it's gonna be. Oh, is it possible to access the logs actually? I wonder. I don't think I can. Can someone send me the logs? Can you send me the logs actually? Please.
Yep.
Perfect. It will be easier this way. Yeah, what a hectic game, right?
Very.
Yeah.
I thought Shaft was gonna get last again.
Yeah,
That
it was.
clutch.
It was very, very.
Because of Ipatsu too. Oh my god.
Definitely, yeah. So, just gonna rewind what has happened in this game for everyone to see. This was the first round. Ipatsumo from Mana with Dichi Ipatsumo.
Yep.
Just gonna actually remove the effect display to make it quicker. In East 2, we also got. Okay, it was a draw actually. But East 2's second counter was another insane Haite.
Yeah, someone got height there. I think it was Mana.
Yeah, it was impressive.
Crazy.
It was impressive.
Haite Haneman.
Yeah, so you actually were in quite a bad spot at first because you were in last as of East 2 second counter.
I mean, like, second and third aren't that far away from fourth, so I wasn't really worried.
That's true, and you managed to retaliate instantly with another Ipatsumo of your own. Waiting on. You actually, it was very interesting here that you would pick the pension weight over the shampoo, which Sentry commented.
Yeah, so if you saw me playing, like, I think you can see like how long I took before I
Definitely.
played the. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I was deciding, is it Shanpon or Pension?
Mm-hmm.
And I chose Pension because I have a feeling the Shanpon is dead. You know, I just hate Shanpon.
Yeah, it's actually we're kind of right. Like the 2 so were already in the other player's hand, and you would have to rely on the final South. That was, of course, it's a win that it's a tile that tends to be like dropped against such dangerous Dichi, of course, but it's only one against out. 3 or 4 actually.
Exactly.
So actually, that was the right choice.
Yes.
So again, just sorry for everyone. Dichi, Patsumo, Dora, and Ura. So very nice.
Very lucky Ura there. Very lucky Ura.
Yeah, definitely to get up to Haneman like that. So definitely a very brilliant play by you. So as of East 3 we had. Yep, you won just Haku Dora, Dichi Haku Dora. Well, Ura actually, but yeah, it was off Shaft. So Shaft had a very tough game through and through actually. Still, so where was my question? It was at South 1. So it was here, I think, and it was turn 3. So here you managed to seize another insane win, but we're gonna talk about that later. So here you were already enchanted. Already enchanted, so you decided, of course, to drop the taunt. But then, on turn 3, you decide against dropping the Dora and decide to drop the 2. So that's very interesting.
Yeah, I was like, Dora or do I go for the Nobetan? Well, kind of wrong order Nobetan.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking, which one is better?
Yeah, absolutely. It's another kind of tough choice. Like you could also go straight away and drop the 1 pin to secure the 3-4-5 Sanshoku in, perhaps, but it's very tough actually. I don't know what I would have done here.
I like keeping the Ryankan even if it's Akka because I have the Dora here, so I'm just keeping my options.
Absolutely, yeah. You want to keep both options for both Dora actually, and not complicate the rest of your hand. So that's a very fair choice actually. And as we will show to everyone, it actually paid off very nicely. Like here it would have been Tenpai for just Sanshoku Dora, but
I backfired the 5S and I'm like, oh fuck. Well, anyway.
And here it shows why you do that.
and now I get the 90 Dora and I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. Guess we're going.
And
we're going for Dama.
You didn't see, but it was the final 4 pin as well.
Oh my god. Really? Oh my goodness.
Absolutely.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was
That's
insane.
Lucky. Very lucky.
Yeah, it was really insane. We were all like going batshit crazy. It was like, okay, that's a comeback. He's back to first. He's getting the game. He's leading the game, dictating how it goes. And then here,
highlight
sorry,
of my life.
Yeah, it was very, very nice play. As for Shaft, he had a very nice shape here. I wanted to ask him a little bit about that, but I don't know if he's in the server. I don't think so.
Oh, he has Itsu?
Yeah, he had a guaranteed Itsu as early as turn 3, but then you will see what he drew. Like he drew first the 3, so dropped the 4 to keep the Dora and to keep like the nice Pinzu shape. But then he drew the 7. And here it's very interesting because he had a guaranteed Itsu up until now, but now he doesn't have Itsu anymore because it's like 2-5-8, and I let you like do it like this, for example, to sit. That it's not Itsu at all. Like no matter which tile he draws, it's just Dich Pinfu, all things considered. It's a very nice weight, but it's not Itsu anymore, and we're like, damn, that's kind of sad.
That's kind of sad because he's last place too, so he really needs the extra Yaku to come back to, I don't know, third.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's like, of course, if he manages to get Ipatsumo with Ura and so on, it could have been also an interesting choice because it's a very nice weight, so you don't really want to lose too much time. It's already turn 7. Already, Aliuqa has gone with the Dabunan Pong, so like he doesn't have much of a choice but to go for it. But in fact, Aliuqa...
Would you Dama the Hakudora or would you like cut the 9 Ampere maybe?
Yeah, there was actually another choice to do. Like back here, it would have been to just give up on the Tenpai altogether, go for Honitsu, but it would have been dealing into Aliuqa, so it would have been quite bad actually.
The dealing? Oh yeah, it would.
Yeah, it would have been winning on 6 and 9. So yeah, like this, and well, he ended up making probably the best possible choice. Also locking mana out of the game for now because he had a needed red 5 pin actually, which would have been Shaft's Takame, sorta. But Aliuqa says this round, and then it was sub 3.
Quite an awkward hand.
Absolutely, yeah. So raging war between Shaft and Mana, who were both waiting on the 7 pin. Then Mana changed his weight by dropping the 6 man, going for 4-7 of Manzu instead. But no can do, no Haite or Hote.
If you look at me, I'm Sakigiri the everything.
Yeah, I'm just gonna rewind, but it was, hang on, here. And
I'm just Sakigiring everything because I have a feeling like I'm not gonna win anyway.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go for Yukoko.
Mhm. Like, it was a very heavy hand, like lots of penchant pairs and so on. So it's like, if you do not feel like you're gonna win, might as well just escape and keep your first. And that was actually a very wise choice because it paid off nicely.
Yeah.
And so Orasu was this.
5
With-
Sakigiri and then
Yeah. Then Mana had a comeback hand, actually. Like, it's not up here yet, but as you will see...
Mana had 2 Dora.
Yeah,
I
actually
think.
2, yeah. So it was like Wind Dora Dora for 39, but with the 1300 points on the table and the 5000 point differential, it was gonna be enough to win off anyone with just the 2 Dora. And then... Then what happened was that Shaft took the Tenpai. So I'm just gonna show it from Shaft's perspective. Shaft was in a very nice Kutsuki Shanten from turn 3. So Kutsuki is basically when you have like 1 pair, 3 groups, and 2 floating tiles, which are the 6 man and 3. So I think that's what it means.
Yeah, it just means like you keep the floating tile so you can go to one of the waves. I don't know.
Exactly. Like, he has 11 ways to get Tenpai, which is huge. Like, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of Sozu, 2, 3, 4, 5, no. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, sorry, of Manzu, and 1 pin. So that's 11 ways, 11 types to get Tenpai with, which is actually bloody insane as early as turn 3. And it took him a bit of a time to actually get there, but eventually he got it with Lichi, waiting on 1-4 of Sozu, Mana getting Tenpai as well, so a very tough choice for Mana, who has to choose between 1-4-7 of Pinzu, but dropping 1 Dora, so not being able to make a comeback anymore unless he gets a win of you, or going for 3-6 of Pinzu by dropping the 7, which is safe against Shaft as well, or dropping the 4 of Pinzu, going for Nakabukure Dora wait, which he actually did. So a very bold choice, but actually very...
Did he need that Nakamura? Wait.
Actually, Dora was dead already, but
I can't tell. I can't tell from the score. So you need. I don't know.
From the score, he needed only 2 Dora actually.
Need 2 Dora?
Yeah, because it's 3900s plus 1300 points on the table, or actually 23 with Shaft's.
Plus the 6.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Can just win fast.
Yeah, and it was enough to win off anyone too, with just the 3900 point hand. So the third Dora was unneeded, but it was needed for passion, you know. And so we're just gonna show it to everyone with effect because it was really insane. Shaft getting the third Ipatsumo of the Hanchan, and actually escaping out of last with this.
Insane.
Yeah, that was bloody insane. So tough break for Aliuqa, who managed to avoid all of the hands at the table and still couldn't. So I'm just gonna check real quick if I'm not saying. No, he didn't deal even once.
I thought Shaft won because of the seat order, but no, he won by 200 points. I didn't see that.
Yeah, he won by 200 points. And what's interesting is that up until he called Lichi, Mana winning with just Sha Dora Dora was also gonna be overtaking you by a mere 200 points as well. So very interesting, kind of symmetrical situation, sorta.
Crazy.
Yeah, that was definitely a crazy game. And yep, well done again for a victory. Very nice clutch win with insane gaming through and through.
Sakigiri Gaming.
Absolutely.
Alright, thank you.
Yep, thank you to you as well, and see you soon.
Yep, bye-bye.
Goodbye. So I'm probably gonna end the live stream right now. Thank you guys for watching. It was one crazy game today. Like, Aliuqa put up some insane defensive skills and actually wasn't Yakitori, which is also insane, but still couldn't avoid last place, which is really sad. But yeah, At any rate, if there is anyone else who wants to be interviewed, you can just join the Kaavi's confessional, but otherwise I'm gonna end the broadcast right here. And I am gonna wish everyone a lovely night or day, depending on where you're living, of course. And I'm gonna probably not live stream some Jailbreak games after that. I don't think it would be a wise decision. But at any rate, thank you so much for watching and see you soon. Next Hanchan hasn't been decided. We're gonna have to figure this out with the players and captains of each team. But we're gonna get back to you guys later. So thank you all and see you soon.